Howdy folks, Zelgrax here with Siberius,
Good evening.
and we are back doing some Total Warhammer 2 mano-a-mano battles. I don't know what number is anymore because I've changed the numbering anyway. It's just a battle. We're testing out some of the new stuff we got with the DLC sale. So we have... Are you just generalized beastman?
That's how I like to think of myself, yeah.
And taking the Tomb Kings. I've done nothing with Tomb Kings before this. I did watch a video that featured Tomb Kings today, and I've not brought any of the units that were discussed. So make it that way you will.
I think it's fair to say that whilst we try to make armies that we feel will do well, we don't really have any idea what's good and what's not.
That seems
ultimately.
pretty accurate. This is really small deployment zones.
Yeah. I don't know if I knew that from looking at it before, but
I
whatever.
don't think there was anything to give that a clue, you know?
Yeah. That looks like the Lake District.
Oh, okay. So it should be pleasant. Keep eye out for a rogue Golden Eagle.
Oh, I tell me about it.
Alright, I'm just gonna look at... I didn't really stop and look at the last map. Just taking a quick look at this one. Oh, I've got Stonehenge behind me. Oh, someone's done something very bad to Stonehenge.
It's probably my guys.
Yeah, that seems more likely than my guys. These statues are awesome. The detail on them is spectacular. The lighting's really cool. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's enough of that nonsense. Right. Oh boy, very bit intense. These are larger units than I am used to. There's 120 strong in these guys. Ah, okay, I do not speak Neherekian or whatever that is. Yeah, let's just come down here and... Oh my goodness. That is a thing of beauty.
Are you looking at stuff on the map?
No, I'm
Or
looking
are
at
you
my army.
My will be done.
Blimey. That's ridiculous. Interesting. So yeah, I have like mechanics that I do not understand.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Feel ya. I've never understood Mike and the mechanics.
Tomb King.
I guess I'm ready. I mean, I'm a little bit worried.
You got me both.
You outnumber me. That's not a surprise.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's a little surprising.
I think I'm probably about ready. Okay, I am going to hit that start button, I think.
Okay,
Alright, let's go.
go. Oh boy. Yeah. about what I expected, actually.
Well, good.
In terms of you just sneaking up on me, being a general scumbag.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. Just watching that rock come in. Oh, this. To the west.
Break them!
It's very exciting.
You're not wrong. Okay. You might be alright.
The dead do not rest!
That's right, they don't. Oh, you have two of those? That seems mean.
Who are those?
Cycles.
Oh, one of them's temporary.
Oh,
This way! Go! Moving! It can't move!
Hmm.
what's that?
I feel like you're pulling this back a little bit more than I'd like.
Azov's magic! Attack! For the best! Onward! Tomb King!
Uh-oh, you're faster.
Obey!
I don't know what just got wiped out, but that's not good.
It's on me. Legions, forward! King!
Oh, not faster. Thank goodness.
Let's priest! This shall suffice. Asaf Hutep.
That battle at the back corner has been, well, it's been interesting. Alright, now you didn't need to go do that.
I move.
Bringing in another dude.
Locomotion. Incantation of traversal.
got some dudes coming back in. I don't mind. I'll take that off.
Unliving king.
What do I have left? Do I have any? No, of course. I was looking to find all my troops that ran away. That's not a thing.
Got this.
Huh?
Just encouraging my guys.
Oh, okay. I'll have that one. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot.
One.
Hmm?
It's been a very swingy one.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I think you've still got it. Spell's great.
It's very hard to tell. My guys keep running away.
I know, but I don't know if you've noticed. I'm rather lacking on the having things on
The
the
guys.
department. The Centaur's gonna kill him, I think. There, yeah, this is gone. I nearly had it.
Yeah.
You swarmed me in an impressive way that I was not prepared for. The small deployment zone, I think, really favored you.
I think it did.
Not that we knew it.
I mean, I think that definitely probably added to it. That was so close. There was so many times where that bar was swinging back and forth.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't expecting that deployment zone. I was just gonna basically deploy across the front in pure Vanguard. I don't know if the angles helped or not in the end. Maybe they did. It's hard to tell. I don't know if everybody being split up helped or didn't help. I think it gave you more problems to deal with faster, so that was nice.
Yeah, I mean, I got completely overwhelmed.
But your priest did a number on me.
Banishment, man. I think I got it off 3 or 4 times.
Oof.
I would have used net,
Yeah,
but you were on me before I had a chance.
Yeah, there was too many things to net.
Yeah, it wasn't practical.
But Beast Lord did a lot of work.
Yeah, he did. I was frustrated because I just couldn't get him. I mean, I feel like I probably should have just stuck with him with my lord until he was gone because I had him really close.
Your lord was very difficult to deal with just because he can just rampage through everything.
Well, he was a giant sphinx.
My Gorbel just got pounded by him.
And then
I mean, I think when my Gorbel came back and you weren't concentrating on him, he was able to do a bit more damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
But the initial fight where you just kept running and knocking him over was horrible.
Yeah, the Sphinx are fun.
Yeah, I think actually my MVPs were my Ungol Bowmen because they just kept peppering all game.
Yeah.
And eventually I switched them onto the Sphinxes, and I think that really helped to bring their hit points down so I could manage them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the right play.
Because I didn't feel like I had anything else that could deal with them, so I was just trying to keep my other stuff in combat with your regular stuff as long as I could.
Mm-hmm.
And keep hitting those. I guess the Cygors helped as a distraction, if nothing else. I don't know how much they actually did, but I guess at least they were there.
Yeah, I mean, the one at the back, I just had the skeleton horseman on the entire time.
Yeah, I just kind of let that happen. I
Yeah.
was like, that's fine. I think we're both okay with that trade.
You were dishing out a lot of damage still. The skeleton horsemen aren't particularly valuable, so it's probably balanced okay.
Yeah.
So I nearly didn't take all those skeletons. I was going to have, instead of those 5 units of skeletons, I was going to have just more Tomb Guard. But it would have been like 2 Tomb Guard versus 5 skeletons or something crazy.
Yeah. I think the numbers were probably a good idea. I mean, the Tomb Guard were nasty, obviously, but
I figured I needed some chaff.
I think, yeah, you'd have been very overwhelmed very fast, probably.
Yeah.
Which, I know you'd have some comeback to that, but still.
I figured you'd be on me quickly, which is why I didn't bother bringing the, Screaming Skull catapults or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed by that 1 unit of Ushabti. I feel like they should have done better.
I guess one of them I got on with something.
Yeah, they got
I
dragged
can't remember
into
which
combat. Because the problem was,
Yeah.
I didn't put them on, I didn't take them off skirmish. Because they are actually very good in combat.
Gonna run around.
So they ran around initially. Whereas if they'd have just stayed still, they would have been a lot better, because then they might not have been hit from 3 angles.
Yeah.
Being able to summon the 3rd unit of Ushabti behind nearly swung that combat like that entire flank. Because that's one of their abilities, is the bringing that in.
I guess credit and also detriment of my army was it just kept fleeing and then coming back and fleeing. I would see an entire flank collapse, and I was like, well, there we go. But then I'd look around a moment later and they'd all have rallied, so I could charge them back in. So
yeah,
it was definitely they were struggling. I think all the terror from your guys just kept routing them, but they would come back in at least and just hold on enough.
I feel like I had things available to my general that I probably didn't use because I kept losing track of him. Mostly I would just set him to hit something, and then I'd have to go, for one thing, dance my wizard away.
Yeah, I kept trying to focus him, but it was tough. Didn't realize he was on a horse.
Very fast. Skeleton steeds are very rapid, because of course they're not weighed down by all that unnecessary meat.
In the end, I found some Centaurs that were free, and that was what I think probably helped go find him.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, once my lord died, I was 90% sure I'd lost. Just because crumbling.
Crumble time.
They still nearly swung it, but that last banishment just decimated your forces that were in the middle there.
Yeah.
But alas. Well,
that was a good game though.
Yeah.
I can't believe how swingy that was.
That was fun. It was definitely fun playing with some other stuff. I'm gonna have to do a Tomb Kings campaign, I think.
Yeah. Beastman, super. I was like, I can't believe how many units I have at Vanguard. This is amazing.
Yeah, that was intense.
Because I could have brought. I kept umming and ahhing about bringing some Bestigors for the extra hitting power, but I was like, you know what? I've committed. So I mean, the downside was my character was miles away, but almost it was probably a good 80% of my army was vanguarded.
Yeah.
And so I figured that's what I was just going to go with. I was just going to swarm and just keep hitting from all angles, and my characters would get there when they got there.
Yeah, I mean, it clearly worked. I'm assuming it says Pyrrhic on your end.
No, it says decisive.
Does it?
No, it says Pyrrhic.
Okay, that's what I thought, because it says valiant. I definitely.
I don't think it could say anything else after that.
It could have. I mean, it says you still had 500 dudes left, but
500 very beleaguered dudes.
Yeah. So, well, aside from your bowmen, who were pretty much fine.
Yeah, I don't know how they lived such a charmed life. I guess skirmish mode.
I didn't advance. They stood right in front of my lines, and then I barely got to advance. I did at one point charge my general towards one of the units, but obviously they ran away a bit, and then I pulled him back away again to try and deal with the
It's
bigger
always
fight.
that decision of like, how much do I want to commit to try and take out these guys, and it's always a tough one because oftentimes you end up regretting it. But do you really want your general to go halfway across the map? Because I was chasing my general against your priest, and in the end I was like,
Yeah, and I was
you know
enjoying
what?
that.
I'm not. At first, I thought, well, I'll run him down, no problem. And then when I realized you're on a horse, I was like, you know what? Let's get back into the fight.
Yeah, that was a trade I was very happy with.
Yeah.
Just having you chase after him. And I, after watching, I think it was Turin playing, I remembered one of the commands where you can like draw a route.
Yeah.
So that
the
meant,
shift command.
Yeah. So with him, just to keep him safe, I would just shift, draw him a big circular route, just to get him safe. And then forget about him for a bit, and just assume that he was going to run away.
Plans.
Because once I realized, like initially, you were catching up real fast, and it's just because he was turning around and getting his horse up to speed. Once he was up to speed, I realized that you either weren't gaining at all or were gaining very slowly, such that I could probably just keep running for a long time.
Yeah.
So I felt a lot more confident in just letting him run, and then I brought him all the way around.
You skirmish your wizards? I haven't even thought about that before. It'd be handy though.
It would be, because you just stick him in front of the lines.
You kept crunking my wizard while I was not paying attention. I knew it was a risk to bring him on foot, but his only other option is the chariot again, which, I mean, that's fine, but it's not like, I like to put him on like a flying thing or a super fast horse. And if you're not going to get that, then it's not super worth it necessarily.
Well,
but yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, looking forward to testing out some more of these new armies.
I mean, I really do love the Tomb Kings on here. They're very, very nice. And Beastmen was super fun. I look forward to. I mean, there's obviously a bunch of ways you can play them too, so it should be fun trying them out more. I very nearly went Norse.
I wonder if
monster section is outrageously big.
Yeah, well, and they've got like the cool, like the winter wolves, the ice wolves, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that was partially what decided me against it in the end. I feel like I don't know what most of their army is, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hold off on these guys.
I mean, I didn't know what most of my army was.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, well, you didn't. I mean, at least you kind of know what their purpose is. With the Norse, I feel like, I really honestly don't know what the basic function is. I mean,
okay, that's fair.
Knowing how to use it is one thing, but like, you know your shabby great bows.
Yeah.
They're gonna like do some nasty range. You know what your skellies and tomb card do. So, and that was kind of the same with the beasts. Is like, I know what they kind of do. I don't know how well they're going to perform or if they've got any special things. But honestly, Norse, they've got so many different monsters with so many things on them. I was at a loss.
Yeah.
So I went with what I knew. Sort of.
Groovy.
Nice.
Well, we'll see what we come up with next time. Till then, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.